Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Kerfuffle webinar. And I am delighted to have the absolutely luscious, the gorgeous Tom from Sortmove. How are you, Tom?
I knew that was coming. Yes, thanks, Simon.
And Louise, come on, admit it. You've had a hairdresser in, haven't you? You've broken quarantine for that wonderful coiffeur.
You just don't know what you can do with plaits when you've got my amount of hair. Let me tell you.
Okay, good. Well, look, thank you for making the effort. Obviously, I haven't. I look like I've got Bobby Charlton comb over actually at the moment. But anyway, this is about you, not me. I always should remember that. Yes. No, exactly, not just that. Guys, really pleased today. We're here to talk about Helpful Agent, a fantastically innovative tie-up between you two, Sortmove and SDL getting together. Who wants to kick us off and just give us a bit of context about it, how it happened?
Well, you know what? If you don't mind, I'll go first because it's no, it's a brilliant. It's a collaboration, most definitely, and it's something that's very special to my heart in terms of the concept of doing more than one thing with the clients that you spend a lot of time acquiring and helping them as much as you can. Yeah. And but it's always a tricky one because you know what we're really good at in SDL property auctions, you know, the clue's in the title. We're really good at property auctions. Yeah. You know, we're not brilliant at prop tech. We're not, you know, we've got great tools and great systems and platforms, but that's not what we do best. What we do best is auctions. And actually, when we started working with Sortmove and culturally, you know, what they did best was their conveyancing work. And then they built this really clever platform. And that was kind of what I would have liked us to have had, but thought, you know what, why don't we bring this together? Because there's no point in us reinventing the wheel. You know, we're not doing anything to, you know, we are not revolutionizing what happens to consumers out there. What we're doing is making it really simple for estate agents and consumers to get the services they need and to help estate agents monetize that income. And we don't want to shy away from that. And that's part of what we'll hopefully talk about with Helpful Agent is going, it doesn't need to be a big elephant in the room. It is, you know what? So you should make referral fees. So you should have a culture that says do more than one thing with the customer that you've acquired. And for us, when we, you know, Tom and I started working together and there was a broader connection with other people in our businesses as well. And we just thought, you know what, culturally this fits. You know, we're still able to be the experts at what we do. They're the experts at what they do. And that's how we came together. But, and just as we were ahead of the game in different areas, they were ahead of the game in other parts. So we kind of thought, you know what, this would be really daft if we didn't come together and do something fabulous. And fabulous it is. So we're quite excited about it.
Well, I didn't doubt anything else. And Tom, how long have you been working on this then with Louise?
Oh, well, I think we've so it was over a year ago actually that we first had conversations with SDL. You know, there was synergy there through old LSL connections, so we kind of got a few of the old band back together to have a chat about property industry life and right, well, we've got two businesses here. This is what we do. Is there anything that we can do together? Because actually, when we talk to agents separately, I think one thing that they're quite fed up is having lots of different access doors to different bits of the move that they may need for the client, and with that, of course, comes sometimes a number of different subscription fees. Yeah. So actually that kind of formed a bit of the basis of our thinking of right, okay, well, as Louise said, you know, SDL are great at auctions. We don't want to do auctions because that's not our bag, but we've got clients who do want to do auctions, but they also want to do a bit of conveyancing and they also want to do a bit of surveys and property reports and other things. So actually it just made perfect sense to join our forces and resources and to deliver a one point access door, if you like, to access those.
And that's what a lot of agents want, isn't it? You will obviously, when you've been talking to people, there are obviously a number of different services and revenue streams they can touch on. But as you said, at the moment, it's quite chaotically split. Managing those supplier relationships takes a lot of time. So kind of having your eggs in one basket isn't, some people talk about that negatively, but here's the thing, isn't it? If it's the right basket, it's a benefit to them, isn't it?
No, and I think that's the thing is that this isn't going to suit everybody. By the way, this isn't going to be the silver bullet that says, oh well, I can do this, this, and this. It will be around engaging with suppliers across this part of kind of a referral income generation. That the importance of that transparency and being ethical about it and not ripping people off. Not, taking many layers of, top slices here, there, and everywhere. So the principles was so important to create that, because it isn't about the quickest get rich scheme ever. It's about trying to simplify some of the noise. That's what we keep. It's a really noisy industry and business at the moment. And there are lots of, really fascinating, interesting collaborations and everything else. And for me, there is something quite simple and beautiful, obviously, I think that, about the concept of Helpful Agent, of going, let's just put some of those in one place for you. So I described it as it's like a virtual department store, right? Okay. So you've got your concessions within your virtual department store that you can engage with. So if I want to go to the specialist in that part of that store, I can go there. And if I want to go to the specialist, then I go there. And it's not about, because what tends to happen when those things get put together, you dumb down those services. And actually, we don't want to dumb down those services. We're really proud of what we do and what we love in our business. And we've all got horror stories of people engaging with other suppliers or going, well, I'm going to go with you because I'm going to get an extra £100, you know? Some of those principles are just like, no, actually, if that's the most important thing to you, and I'm not saying it isn't for some people, and you've got the time to focus on it, then great, crack on, because then probably Helpful Agent won't be for you. But if you want a group of suppliers that are ethically come together, that ethically price, that are really transparent for the consumer, so there's an element of protecting you as somebody who receives referral income. God, Tom and I have debated this all the time. It's like somebody goes, oh my God, referral income, it's an evil word, No, it's not. There's nothing wrong. For God's sake, there's nothing wrong with receiving referral income. Just do it the right way. Be open and honest and transparent about it. And don't get greedy. It isn't about greedy cross sales. It's about finding services that your clients need. So you know what? If you don't find them somebody to do a Japanese knotweed survey for them, or a damp and timber report, or a mortgage broker that can deal with somebody who's self-employed, or actually I need my cash quicker than a 6-month private treaty process. If you can't do those things, and we've got the answers, but don't kid yourself that you can't be rewarded for that introduction. That's like saying somebody going into a shop can't put a margin on it. That's ridiculous.
I'm just making a note here. What was it? Don't be greedy. That's okay. Just making a note. Yes, well, far be it for me to shoot down referral income, because otherwise I wouldn't have a model. But anyway, you're absolutely right. The key thing is the public don't care about, the vast majority of them don't care about a fair referral fee, as long as it's clear and there. What they care about is the service that comes with it. Why do you think that? Can we talk just on a couple of levels? What brass tacks? What are the different levels of? What are the services that you're providing as part of Helpful Agent?
Go on, go for it, Tom. I'll talk too much otherwise. Yeah,
of course. Well, so first and foremost, we've got our tech platform and portal. So that's something that Sort Group are really proud about, and has won awards for Sort Refer, one of the sister brands, which was the original ones, for many years. So we've kind of like tapped into that, because that is very consumer friendly already. So it was a very good process for us to reskin that and produce a Helpful Agent portal. So that is now live and exists. What I was always maintained about Sortmove, and what will be really important for Helpful Agent moving forward, particularly in the conveyancing space, is the fact that we've got our own law firm, Sort Legal. which as time goes on actually is proving more and more important to us, particularly where not just around compliance, but around capacity and the ability to create extra resource.
Yep.
As well, because everybody knows, and it's been overemphasized and so highlighted since the industry opened back up after first lockdown, of the challenges that we all face with sales progression. So having that operation on our side is making huge differences. We're able to create niche services off the back of that, and that just lends itself really neatly to Helpful Agent and those agents that we're looking to onboard.
Guys, congratulations again, and let's stay in touch and see how it progresses.
Cheers, Simon.
Thanks a lot, Simon.
Cheerio.